Okay, so I'm just eating some fruit. Here, these are clementines? Tangerine? I don't know, clementines, I think. Anyway, so I was pulling them apart, right? And they're not all equal, they're not all the same size, pretty close. Some are bigger than the others. No, it doesn't really matter. Shape or size. Doesn't matter how much liquid they got in them or how little liquid they got in them. Doesn't matter if they have strings attached to them or if they need to do some growing, aka healing. Doesn't really matter. I'm noticing a trend though. I'm gonna eat one. Excuse me. Noticing a trend. You'll have a group over here. Let's say your cliques, right? Group over here, and then you have the oddball out or something. And this group over here has an opinion about this group. And this group has an opinion about this group. They all have an opinion about this one. This one doesn't have an opinion about any of them. Just knows to stay separate. Because as soon as you join a group, you tend to start to vibrate off each other, especially when you're not healed. So you'll start picking at each other, making comments, whatever, jokes. Now this looks like a school thing, right? Something you get in school. You know, when you have the outcasts or whatever you want to call it, and that's not the point. What I'm getting at is, even I'm noticing on YouTube, some of the videos, there will be, not to call anybody out, but if you are depending solely on making or belittling other people, like, you know, there's jokes, right? And that's what comedians do. They joke about things that are very painful or tough to talk about. But the problem is that when we're not addressing the problem, it's just going to keep going. So like when there is individuals, like let's say these two make a video, and these two are just like love making fun of people. That is like their thing. And that's how they get their views and their likes, by getting jokes, right? But it's at the expense of, let's say, these two people, or this individual here, or this group. It's at the expense of them. Now, self-accountability, not present. Taking a look at themselves in a mirror, obviously not present, because if it was, they wouldn't feel the need to do that for views or likes or anything like that. Now, I'm not one to tell people what to do. I am merely sharing the stuff that I have experienced personally on my channel, and not really down for the whole making fun of people just to, you know, feel better about myself, you know, comfortable. Because I think when it comes to certain topics, people will start to get that cringy, uneasy feeling. And as soon as they start pointing fingers or making fun of, let's say, a group or, you know, whatever, an individual, as soon as they start pointing the finger and making fun of anyone or thing else, they're calling themselves out. Literally, the moment they start, especially if it's a specific topic or something like that, as like to get a joke or a little snicker in here and there, or I don't want to make this video sound like it's something personal. Like I said, I could care less about how individuals see me, myself, because I'm quite comfortable with myself. But watching it happen to other people and watching it be like a trend, I'm sorry that like the times are changing. At what point do you realize that when you're making fun of another person, If I make fun of another person, I'm fucking making fun of myself. I'm going to eat this one. Literally. When you're pointing a finger at somebody else, or you make jokes or something to take the, what do you call that? Take the heat off you. Especially when it comes to something as simple as, I don't know, let's say somebody's hair, or I don't know, the size of their nose, or their feet stink or something, like shit that's like human bodily stuff. As soon as you get to that point where you're uncomfortable and you feel the need to, whether it's coming through as energies or you're just watching a video and then happen to make a comment about it on your own video. It's like, I'm making a comment right now. I'm calling some shit out because I'm just so sick and tired of this perpetual bullshit. I'm tired of seeing it. It's fucking toxic. Like, who gives a fuck if that person smells like BO, or if that person wears Nikes, or if that person has their hair all done up, or didn't do their nails, or didn't clean the fucking backdrop of their house. Who gives a fuck? Why are we not talking about the things that are more important? The changes that are happening, the things that need to be done and said. Why are we not discussing ideas? What happened? What happened? I don't understand. I mean, like, to each their own. You want to do that, it's fine. Eventually it comes back on you. But literally, when you are belittling or ridiculing or making fun of somebody without any compassion, no understanding at all for your own self, you're just making fun of yourself. And it's okay, because that just means that there's something you haven't addressed to heal yet. And that's okay too, because this whole thing is a process. I'm guilty of it still too. I'll see somebody wearing shorts in the middle of December. I'll be like, what the fuck are they doing? When really, is that my legs exposed? Nah. Is that me wearing the shorts? No. So what the fuck does it matter? It's like a knee-jerk reaction or something? Or it's just something that was programmed in all of us, the way society is functioning right now. Think about it, okay? And if you feel triggered, then maybe you feel a little guilty. You partook or partake in it. Just maybe think about it now before you do it, because you're responsible for what you say, how you think, your actions. And so am I for myself. What I say, how I think, my actions. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just, is it? I have to ask myself constantly. I'll stop myself once in a while. I'll be like, is it necessary? Really?